Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NarfArfGaming. Today we're having a look at a Rogue's Tale by a person called Nibbe, or epics.org, which is his website. So basically what Rogue's Tale is, it's basically a roguelike game, if you know what that is. If you remember the old ASCII games where you're kind of an adventurer in a dungeon and everything is randomly generated and the monsters are pretty cool. So let's just see. The game is basically, you have an account and you have a password, and it's pretty easy to make, really. You can just create a new account from scratch, and it doesn't take that long. It just registers it through the game server at epics.org, and no website required, no email required, no personal information. It's fine, really. But let's get to it. So here we go. This is your character creation screen where you create a rogue. So you have the basic stuff, base color, hairstyle. Kind of like a roguelike with added detail, and you could be a female too. And yeah, let's see. Let's give him this. That's fine. Then you have your basic attributes, which are like in any other roguelike or RPG you've ever played. Strength makes you stronger, stamina gives you more health, agility makes you more likely to pick locks and such, and charisma makes stuff easier and cheaper to purchase. See, 2 strength and 2 stamina. I think we're gonna make a tank character. Then you have this interesting mechanic called the heritage. And heritage is basically, let's see, if I scroll over the wizard staff, for example. Now you can see this heritage can be unlocked by learning the following talents. And I'm gonna go into the talents tree later, don't worry. But what the heritage system basically is that if you have in an earlier life managed to get the objectives required, you can start out with that item. That's pretty cool, because if you know a roguelike, you're gonna know that in case you're dropped into a dungeon that's full of really horrible monsters, you kind of want that around. But that's the fun thing about random generators. Let's just make a name here. I'm gonna show you how it works. Hopefully we won't die instantly, but you never know. And okay, this is not good. Well, I can see a monster over there. He has a flail and a buckler, and I don't have shit. It's a warrior, no shit. Let's just see if I can not die to this guy. I can't. Well, we gotta see. You're gonna see the dying screen very early then. So yeah, you get this kind of little short staff thing, so you can see, okay, what did I have? How much did I level? What resistances did I have? It's basically a score screen. Then you get your high score, which is pretty interesting. You can see what lives you've played best in, and if you want to improve, you can see I currently have a high score of 634, but if I want to improve that, I need to go beyond that. So that's kind of my goal right now. Let's try a new one and see if we don't get slaughtered horribly again. Spider. I think I can manage that. Hopefully. I can. But other than that, the game works like a pretty basic roguelike. I hear a snake. Then there's these torches on the wall that they allow you to see dark areas. Like in any good roguelike, when you leave an area, you can't see shit of what is in that area. So they're pretty useful to have around. Okay, I've reached level 2. And you just get a basic attribute point. You're gonna get other stuff later as you go through. Oh shit, bats. I just got killed by a bat. Well, damn. So as you can see, that's pretty much the danger of a roguelike game. You're gonna be dying a lot. And it's pretty difficult to actually go anywhere until you're lucky enough, to generate a world where, oh, this is interesting. Armor, finally. And that's a good chance to show the inventory screen. If you've ever played Diablo or any other game with an inventory screen ever, you know this. This is kind of the Diablo inventory screen, but it works pretty neatly. Sorts things. Let's see, gotta pick on my army here. And there's some unidentified potions, some sticks, some bolts, coins. Ooh, cap too. But this is actually a pretty good place to start, to be fair. There's no weapons yet, but... And I stepped on a tripwire trap. What tripwire traps do is they basically inform the entire dungeon that you're around and they're gonna be coming for you. So, I think we're gonna take the stairs back to the city for a moment. I'm also gonna show you the identify mechanics, because basically when you go to a store, they don't want to buy your stuff. In order to be able to sell things that aren't arrows or bolts and sticks and such, you need to identify them first, because that's just how the game works. So let me see, I can sell this too. Again, don't have enough gold because identifying anything takes 20 gold. So yeah, I think we could, yeah. Other than that, you can trade items, you know, buy new weapons and shields and arrows and stuff. You can repair your items, because in any game the items have durability. Sorry. So that as you use them, they become more and more worn, and eventually they will break, and you can't sort of get them back after that. So you need to keep your items in a good state. And you have identified. Then you can enchant them. That's pretty awesome. You can give them these small attributes. Before going back in the dungeon, I just want to show you a little something. Look at the stats for these weapons. They are basically dice roll things. Physical resistance means that if I'm attacked by a physical attack, I have -3 to the incoming attack, and that's also the same for the armor. Max dodge, max cast, and such. Weight modifiers make you heavier, surprise. And weapons kind of work in the standard D&D/roguelike way, where you have your damage is a die roll, and depending on your weapon, the die is bigger. And if it's enchanted, it's gonna have a +1 or +2 or whatever. Then you have the max parry modifier, which means you can also parry attacks instead of just, you know, not blocking them or not receiving the damage. But let's go a little deeper into the dungeon, see if we can find something. Well, there's bear traps. That's something you're gonna be doing a lot too. Something which I absolutely forget to do every damn time. You need to check for traps. And the way to do that is the ASCII by default. This is actually something I wanted to show you. The game has a lot of very unique features. There are a lot of different keys you can press to do different stuff. Just have a look at this screen here. It's a roguelike. You use most of it with the mouse. But just take a look at all of the stuff I can do. I can loot. That's pretty basic. I can use in primary use and secondary use. Like, say, if I want to cast spells on myself, or equip weapons in the offhand, and to equip a ring on offhand fingers. Then I have my hotkey bar for abilities that I'm going to learn. Then I have jump, which basically means if I want to jump over something, I need to do this. Then I can swap my weapon sets, equip, sort. Like, this automatically sorts your inventory to the most efficient. That's pretty good to have. Then attack, search. Search you use to find traps and hidden treasures. And then drop. Yeah, that's the inventory menu where you just... This is auto drop menu, basically. Like, if you want to throw stuff away but you don't feel like dragging them out of the inventory window. And there's throw. You can actually throw everything. You can throw armors and hurt your opponent if you feel like it. Then you have focus, which is basically... Like, you can order, if you have allies with you, you can order them to focus on certain targets while you take out the other targets. Then you have exert, which is basically, this is your talent / skill screen. This is their, yeah. I have no talents right now, as you can see, but once I get them, they'll be in this box here, and I can add them to my hotkeys 1 through 6. And I managed to pick the lock on the door. That's pretty good. I think we're gonna be a little stronger, because I do have a dagger and I want to do more damage. And there's a scroll there. Scrolls are basically like mage stuff. If you've ever been in a roguelike where you can be a mage, it's basically, you identify this, you get an ability. But it's a one use. You need tomes to get infinite use abilities. Also, something the game has, you'll notice in the top, there is this energy bar. What is an energy bar for? Usually you just take turns, right? Well, the energy bar is for tasks that require special amounts of energy, like saying, I want to try to dig myself out of a trap. Well, that's going to take some energy. Or I want to break down a door. That takes some energy too, as you can see. Instead of trying to pick lock the door here, I'm just trying to kick the door open. And that worked. And now I'm going to die horribly, I can see. Because that is a wolf and that is 2 bats. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Oh, damn. Come on. Now I'm level 3. That was pretty good. That was actually I'm really lucky on dice rolls for once. Oh, now we're level 3, we have a talent. I'm gonna show you how the talent system works. Basically, you can either go to certain people, like they are the allies you find throughout the dungeons, or these dolls / campfires / altars. They're basically your talent points. Like if you find one of these, you can use your talent points to earn a new talent. I call them abilities, but whatever, talent. Say I want to do I think I'm gonna grab a shield, so I'm gonna get shield bash. I'm gonna go in here, find shield bash, set it to my hotkey, and now whenever I want to use shield bash, I just press 1. What does shield bash do? Basic shield attack that can knock back its target and stun it for D3 turns. So it's very much the D&D way of writing. But again, it's all based on dice rolls. So you can either get really lucky or you can get horribly murdered. Like, you can get killed by a slug if you're unlucky. And it's so silly in one sense and so lovely in another. Okay, there's... Well, yeah, there are grave sites around. They're basically like little chests that you can only beat open. And they're not really good for anything other than there's occasionally pretty good items in them. There wasn't anything particularly good in there. I'm not sure we have explored the entire dungeon yet. I think we'll wrap this part of the dungeon up before we head further down. Oh yeah, I can see I'm out of food and out of water. Or I'm hungry and thirsty again. Basically, the game has... If you want to rest in the dungeon to get XP, that's also done by regeneration dice roll. Surprise. But if you want to, you need to be hunger and water satiated. You need to not be thirsty and not be hungry. That's why you have food rations and water rations with you. So you can I'll drink some water, eat some food, see if I can restore some health. There we go. It's basically a dice roll. You can either get unlucky and not restore health for 20 turns of sleep, or you can get it instantly. See if I can pick lock this door. I can. And something just died. Sounds like a wolf. Oh yeah. Die, wolf. That's 1. That's 2. Damn. There's meat in there too. Light the torch. Light another one. There's a rock. You can use it to throw at stuff. If you've got a good ability, the higher ability you have, the higher the chance of successfully throwing rocks at stuff. I don't want to disarm this spike trap because chances are, if I get a horrible fail, I'm gonna fall into the spike traps and get stuck while trying to disarm them. Seriously. Yeah, not worth it. Also, now that I've cleared the dungeon, I can use T, which is travel. That basically takes me back to the starting town so I can sell my stuff and such, but I don't feel like it. Like, we have plenty of inventory room still. We have plenty of stuff. We have plenty of food, plenty of water. Our weapons are fine. So let's just go down to the next level. It's a duelist. Damn. Such lovely duelists. Oh, I'm level 4. Good. Now I get me in. Yeah, I think it's every, you get the max level right now is 20. And along the way you get, pardon me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 7. It's 6 skill points / talent points and 7 attributes points. So you're gonna get them every other level or so. Let's just see here. D3 plus 1 minus 1 damage. So it's basically D3. Nope, D3 plus 1 minus 1. Just equip the dagger here. Now I'm a real rogue too. There's a slug. Slugs are probably the most harmless of monsters. Well, they are. They are slugs. Okay, this is actually a pretty good roll. I'm not kidding when I say that usually you're gonna die either very early or live for quite a while. And this is a pretty good run so far. We've made it past level 1. And here's a snake. Killed it instantly. Light another torch. Padded armor. That's like super light armor. Like in any roguelike, the more armor you have, the lower your dodge, or the heavier armor you have, the lower your dodge chance, but also the more your physical resistance. Like this is super low physical resistance, but also you get a lot more dodge. Like your max dodge modifiers is 5, I think. With this it's 4. With this up here it's 2. But instead you get more physical resistance, so you can see kind of what the appeal is in having different kinds of armor. Won't target. Spellcasting can be very difficult while wielding a shield of any kind. Well, yeah, would be pretty hard to make a wizard spell with a shield on. But whatever. You remember it's me saying I'm a shield guy? I have my shield bash ability still, so I think I'm gonna try to see if I can show you how it works. Entirely silent. That's a spike trap. I do not want to go in there. Throwing stars. See if I actually can throw at it. Hit it with a rock. Hit it with a throwing star. It died. Damn. What is that there? That's a lever. You don't know what it is. You can destroy the lever, causing it to be stuck for good. Well done. But you know what? If you've ever seen a roguelike, you know what it's like by now. And if you haven't, you're gonna learn. By the time I die, the game can be a real roguelike is very unforgiving. And here's Slug now. I think it's time to show my prime ability. Come on, here's Slug. Oh wait. I need it to move, kinda. There. Need to be able to push it. There. I missed it. I missed it. What the hell? I just missed with the shield bash 5 times in a row. I'm horrible. My character is such horrible at hitting stuff. Maybe that's why I need more ability. But now I'm level 5. Trust me, this is one of the longest runs I've ever even made, and I've had like 50 characters so far. I'm not even kidding. That's how unforgivingly cruel the game could be sometimes. That's a grave there. Damage fled d6 minus 1. Hell no. Ooh, there's basically a less worn version of my shield, and if it's not worn, that means the chance of it getting destroyed is smaller, so gotta get to that. Wow, I just realized how stupid I've been. You remember the lever we found before? Yeah, that probably activates that gate back there, and I destroyed the lever. GG. Damn it. Okay, one more set. We're gonna die horribly down here, I'm kind of sure of it, but whatever. Just steady as it goes, right? I love how you can rest. If you have full health and you rest, you feel your butt. But whatever. Food rations, water rations. I just kind of want to rest to get that last life back. There. That looks like a Viking, and he looks pretty damn pissed. But he has a damaged weapon, so he's pretty easy to kill. He has a two-handed damaged mangler. Which, not really... Ooh, that's actually a pretty good shield. It has more block modifier, and it has a pretty decent block modifier. And it gives me extra shield bash damage. Holy shit, I need this. Give me this. Add. Ooh, I look like such a badass now. Wow, that's an entire level? Oh well. This is where shit starts to hit the fan pretty often. I have a feeling like in 2 or 3 seconds I'm just gonna die horribly. But whatever. We'll take what we can get. And keep moving. Bats. Shield bash there. Yeah, these basic creeps are getting really easy to kill once you have the proper equipment. That's a pretty nice thing about roguelikes. They're not unfairly hard, they're just... Sometimes you get really frustrated at how uselessly hard they are. One chain helm, plate cap. I kind of want to use the one chain helm, but I think I want to keep the plate cap just in case the one I have breaks. Throw away all this crap. There we go. There's a spider. Kill that pretty... Oh, shit, spider. Spider poison. Lovely. That's a good place for me to have a potion of antidote, which I got from my heritage skill set. Heck yeah. So there we go. Arrows. I can sell that. This bar of spider traps. Also, you can get these mushrooms, which are basically useless. They can make you confused, which makes you unable to control your character. If you click one way, he's gonna walk the other way. It's basically like being... Oh shit, undead mage. Wow, he just instantly killed me. But yeah, I think you've got the feel for the game now. The game is produced by I don't know how to pronounce it, Nibbe or Nibbe, Nibbe. It's currently on Steam Greenlight, which I will be linking you to. And the game is also on the website for free, I might add right now, which I will also be linking you to. And other than that, just check the links in the description if you feel interested in playing more of this game. It's actually pretty good. For a Java game, it runs stable. I have encountered a very occasional, what do you call it? It's not really a glitch as much as it is. It bugs out. Like, it takes a moment to sort of restore itself whenever you do something really unexpected. But other than that, there's no major problems with the game. It's a roguelike. It's pretty simple. It's like playing the old ASCII roguelikes. I used to play those. And it handles pretty well. It's not Legends of Grimrock. I didn't like that as much. Like, the 3D graphics just, no, didn't seem appealing for a roguelike. But, you know, we've been here. We've done it all. Do you want to see how many times I actually played this? Just in order to get where I am right now. Let's see. See the graveyard. I beat my last high score, I think, actually. Holy crap. On camera, too. And just to show you how many times I played this through. Yeah, I'm buried. This is character number 48. 48 times I have played the game. 48 times I've died. This is the best one so far. We got to level 5. There are 20 levels in total. You can kind of understand how awesome the game's difficulty gets at later stages, depending on your luck, right? So I think we're gonna wrap this off for now. This is NarfArfGaming signing out.